Well, hello, welcome back. No fancy music, no crazy nonsense. Just a review on the DPB-2500 brushless battery operated Echo blower. And I'm coming to you with this model. I've been using it through the spring, and now we're here in June. And let me start by saying, number one, this will give you kind of idea. I'm really in the testing phases of these kind of things now because I want to see what works the best. I have not bought additional batteries for this kit. This came with a weed eater, which I'll do a separate review on, the first review for it. And this is the 2.5 amp battery. Let me start by saying I'm pleasantly surprised. Yeah, pleasantly surprised after using the 901010T and after using a Husqvarna 580 for years, and then my Hitachi handheld, which there's a sad review coming up on it soon. The long-lived Hitachi may have come to an end. This has been a pleasant, very pleasant surprise. I get, depending on how I used it, I have a property that has a lot of leaves. In the winter it gets really bad, but during the year it's constantly something's dumping. There's all kinds of vegetation, trees and everything. And I started using this there at that location first because I wanted to test it around some real life stuff. With my 9010T gas blower, I can blow that property off in a good 20 minutes or so, roughly 20-25 minutes. It depends. But the problem I'm having with it is I'm removing, even with a lower speed, putting the governor on, being careful, I'm still blowing a lot of soil off. It's got a lot of planter boxes and stuff that need to be blown out. And the Echo 9010T just is such a monster. We all know that. So I decided to start with this one. And I can do that same property with this little handheld. I'm not exaggerating about this. Within about 30 minutes. And that's me being more precise, careful, off and on the trigger, doing stuff. And surprisingly, only one time this battery has run dead on that property with me because I was using it a lot more on the turbo that day. But most of the time I find myself not needing the turbo, strangely enough, weirdly enough. The lower CFM, the way it blows in miles per hour, I guess it's just enough to get the job done. And what I've started doing now is I've got properties, I've told some of you, in West Houston, not many trees, not much stuff going on. I use this to blow the clippings off. I do about 6 to 7 lawns with it at one charge. Crazy, isn't it? Light clippings, though, mind you, I'm not blowing stuff like this over here on the property, my property. These pine needles and stuff. I'm not blowing that kind of stuff. They might be light needles on the ground. Like I just blew off the driveway for working on another piece of equipment. But you can kind of see it would blow that kind of stuff if I wanted to blow it. Anyway, my overall thought so far is I'm keeping it in the arsenal. Echo did a good job, I think, on this one. I don't know if this is another manufacturer involved with them or not. I like the design on the inlets. Doesn't seem to suck on my pants much. I'm old school. I listen to AM talk radio, no interference on my headphones, which is nice because I was worried about that. The nozzle, everything seems pretty good. As you can see in there, it's very simple design, but it's lightweight. I love it. The 9010T is starting to take its toll on my back now. All backpack blowers, I used the 580 forever on the Husqvarna. Now I'm looking for better things, and as you know, they have the little attachment here for a strap, but I just haven't found myself needing one. But I'm thinking if I put a 5 amp hour battery on it when the leaf season comes, and I'm doing little properties like townhomes and stuff with leaves, I might get that and just put that on and have a 5 amp. I'm probably gonna, it's hard to find these 2.5 amps, and the thing, when you find them, they're the same price as the 5 amp, which is stupid. I don't understand that. But I'm starting to see some of these batteries around. Would I recommend this to anybody? If you're a homeowner, you need something easy to operate, lightweight. I would get one. Cruise, you know, everybody's got their opinions on these battery operated ones. Either you love them or you hate them, or you're just resistant to getting them. This has become kind of a nice changer for me because I can do gutters and stuff with this too. It's really nice. Tony Lawn Care, Tony, I saw him doing some with his little electric blowers and stuff. His Milwaukee, I think it was, he was using, if I'm not mistaken. Or he had another one. He's had a couple videos of those. I mean, he's always changing so much equipment. It's like I don't know, a Ferris wheel. You can get off and get on. He's got a different ride every time you look around. He's got new mowers constantly. Us small timers can't keep up with those big dogs like him. And anyway, it's a good Echo, and for a battery operated. And I'll give a review on the trimmer coming up. So once again, the DPB-2500 brushless, 2.5 amp battery. I give it a thumbs up. I really do. I've enjoyed it, and we'll see at the end of the year how the battery's holding up so far. The charging and all that stuff is done well. No weakness, nothing showing any faults. So let's hold tight and see that if it makes it through. Till next time, I'll talk to you then.